MAGA's all over them, losing it after Cracker Barrel removes white man from logo. You can't make this stuff up. Let's give you some examples.
I honestly never thought I would say this, but let's talk about Cracker Barrel, because apparently this is the latest culture war that nobody knew was a culture war. The Cracker Barrel CEO this week, Julie Masino, she announced a change to the long-standing logo of Cracker Barrel. They're trying to, I guess, modernize the store in some ways, appeal to a broader audience. So they got rid of the iconic Cracker Barrel and the man on the Cracker Barrel logo. This has infuriated conservatives to a degree that I don't think we've seen since Sydney Sweeney. In fact, one conservative influencer said they got rid of the cracker and the barrel. The cracker being the white man on the label. Those are his words, not mine.
This is not nostalgic. This is not what we need. This is the libs ruining it and corporate pandering.
Yeah.
I hope not. We'll
takes away from our heritage. When you're 81 years old, you kind of remember the way the place started, and this is taken away from it. It's the old things that the country was founded on: the honesty, the truthfulness, your word meaning something. Seems to be forgotten.
Not a big fan.
No, I think they should stick with tradition.
I think Cracker Barrel's fixing a Bud Light themselves.
They should probably bring Sambo's back too. Remember that restaurant chain if you're old enough? Little Black Sambo. I mean, there's a lot of things in this country's history that we kind of moved on from, and some of us would think it was the right thing to do. At least we moved on from the imagery, perhaps not everything that was beneath it. So you saw Abby Phillips there describing the story. Cracker Barrel's new logo change that has sparked an absolute firestorm. I mean, they are ticked off about it all over social media, particularly MAGA supporters who are slamming the redesign. When the Southern country themed restaurant opened in 1969, it initially had a text only logo. Okay, that's how they began. 1977, the company added an image of a man resting against a barrel. Okay, it's 50 years later, almost. The restaurant now revisiting its brand roots with a new text-only logo that emulates its original design and does away with the man and the barrel imagery. So if you want to talk about staying true to your roots, it appears based on that history lesson of the restaurant chain that that's what they're doing, getting back to the roots. But no. In a press release, Cracker Barrel announced that the new logo was part of its All the More campaign that introduces new menu items, refreshed restaurant remodels, and an enhanced brand look and feel. Company added that its new logo is now rooted even more closely to the iconic barrel shape and wordmark that started it all. On Good Morning America, company CEO Julie Masino said the reception the company has received so far about the rebrand has been, quote, overwhelmingly positive. However, social media is showing some less than favorable feedback to the new logo. Now, she'd have to go. If I'm the board, we're going to recall her immediately. Why did you say that? Why can't we just have a truthful conversation? Overwhelmingly positive. What are you talking about? Even if they're unwell behaving, there's a lot of people who are not happy about this. They're not being overwhelmingly positive. But anyway, Donald Trump Jr. posted this. WTF is wrong with Cracker Barrel. It's so profound. He went to an Ivy League. Don Jr. Then you had Representative Byron Donalds. He wrote, woke rebrand. You can always count on you. In college, I worked at Cracker Barrel in Tallahassee. Bet you did. Even gave my life to Christ in their parking lot, wrote Donalds in a social media post. So now it's a religious experience, this Cracker Barrel. Do you understand what I read up on how the store started, the chain. It was this Southern tradition where people would gather around big barrels of crackers, no hand sanitizer. And that's how they would fellowship. Okay. But now it's a religious experience. Okay. Their logo was iconic, and their unique restaurants were a fixture of American culture. No one asked for this woke rebrand. It's time to make Cracker Barrel great again. I bet you Don Jr. called him and said, now you go and make it hype. Go big with it, daddy. Byron. Conservative podcaster Benny Johnson wrote Cracker Barrel completely changed their iconic logo for the first time in 47 years, and it's absolutely horrible. When will they learn? This poster wrote, you disappointed the entire country. This is what you took from us. What are these people talking about? I haven't been to the restaurant in years and wouldn't have known this was even out there until you started, screaming about it. Missed all of the outrage. The Senator Nina Turner is speaking up. I mean, she tried to be a voice of reason, writing, people can't afford housing, groceries, and are going bankrupt. If they get cancer, okay? I mean, they're literally going bankrupt if they get cancer. So naturally, conservatives are mad about Cracker Barrel's logo. Clocked their tea, didn't she? So that was our friend, the Senator Nina Turner, who's always going to tell it like it is. How about we just laugh a little bit?
Put the racism back in the logo. Y'all messing up Cracker Barrel. Nobody asked for this, man. That's one place you could leave it just like it is. I need to feel the Confederacy in there, man. Where's Robert E. Lee, man? Let's get these statues back up. The South shall rise again. I don't want this woke crap.
They took the white man from the logo. They removed the cracker from the barrel, and it's disgusting. At first they came for Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima, and I said everything. And then there was the lady from the Land O'Lakes box, and still I said everything. And now woke is at my doorstep.
What DEI hire made this logo? This is terrible. Robert E. Lee is rolling over in his grave.
As someone who's against cancel culture, I'm done with Cracker Barrel. You done pissed me off now. First it was the gay rockers, and I don't mean Elton John. I'm talking about them gay pride rockers y'all sold a few years ago.
This Chip and Joanna logo, Food Network. I hate this woke crap. Go woke, go broke.
I walk in, I don't even recognize the place no more. It's all bright and woke. Before it was like eating in an antique store. How am I supposed to enjoy my eggs without the threat of an antique plow or my grandma's butter churn falling on my goddamn head? I can't do it. It's like sex. I need that fear and danger to enhance the experience.
You just want to welcome everybody down to the barrel? Nah, man. You need to feel like you don't belong. That's what makes the edges of the pancake crispy. It's racism.
They went from Cracker Barrel to Woke Barrel. It's not just a restaurant. It's my heritage.
It's emotional. Can Cracker Barrel survive this? I don't know. Has Kid Rock said anything about it? Can someone check his social media account? Listen, they're laughing at you. On the one hand, do we understand our MAGA opposites? Not always. Don't agree with them. But we had briefly, it seemed, common bond, common ground. Epstein. They were all over Epstein. You're not going to do this to us. They challenged their leader in the White House and said, you promise, don't BS us. Don't you dare. And we said, well, there's credibility here. We're so different, but we can all stand behind something. Human trafficking is wrong, and powerful men in some kind of disgusting pedophilia ring should be brought to bear. Okay? We were all saying the same thing. But then you had to go and dive into Cracker Barrel and this tomfoolery, because they went back to their roots with just words. And suddenly Here we go. Do transgender people eat at Cracker Barrel? Do they eat there too? Like I said, I don't know if they're ever going to recover because this is war, and apparently it's not going away. Fox News devoting segments to it. It's all over the place. We've shown you social media. The comedians are in on it. This has captured the news cycle. And now I want pancakes.